Hello. I hope you guys are doing amazing. So, I made a promise that I'm going to make a video about the different types of spiritually gifted people. The different, I think we should call it the behaviors of different spiritual gifted people, or the different behaviors. Hey, yeah, English. Yeah, different types of spiritually gifted people. This comes because I just recently traveled. I will share the video when the time is right. I still need to edit. I still need to do the groundwork for it. So this is something that I need to share with you guys, so you can learn a few things, because I met different kind of energies while I was there, and then this came as a download, so I put it on my phone. I recorded it and put it on my phone as and when I'm traveling back. But they taught me, and I had to teach you guys about it. So sit down and listen, guys. Let me teach you something new. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I love you. So there's different types of spiritually gifted people. Now I'm going to give them to you in numbers, and then I'm going to explain what their characteristics look like. Okay? There's the invincible type. These ones feel like they are untouchable because they are spiritually gifted. And then there is preachers. The preachers will teach you about spirituality, will share what they know, whatever that is, whether it's valid or not, but they will tell you about spirituality based on what they know. And the stagnant ones, these ones are stuck in one space. They either started their journey, but they can't progress to the next level because they either don't get it, or they are just stubborn, or they are afraid of change, or whatever the case is. And then the checkers, these ones are either spiritually done, or they got to a certain part in their journey and they believe they know everything, and they are jealous of other ones. So they usually check on what you are doing. Let's make an example. We started at the same time, me and you, or me and the checker, and they make sure they check on you, what you know, how far you are. Or they just check even when they don't know you. They just want to check your energy. They test you. They do funny things. They ask you weird things. They are very egoistic as well, because they check us. And then there's egomaniacs. There's those ones that operate solely on ego. They're spiritually gifted, whether they or they are sangomas, inyangas, and whatever, but they operate on ego more than anything. And the ego ones, they usually want power. It's more about power than anything. It's more about how you make them feel. You must be lower than them, they must be higher than you. Those are the egoistic ones. And the confused ones, these ones don't know anything. They don't understand anything. They are just confused. They keep on doing research. They get more confused and more confused and more confused. They haven't started their journeys. They are just confused. And then they are the victims. These ones, everything is always happening to them. They don't understand. And life is unfair. Ancestors are unfair. It's difficult. They can't do it. These are the victims. They are waiting for what? Answers from the other side. And then there's the mentally unstable ones. This is a very sensitive one. Guys, there's people that are mentally unstable. There's a fine line between mental illness and spirituality. So there's people like that who are mentally unstable and they need medical attention, but they think they're spiritually gifted. And then the waiting gang. These ones are waiting for, I don't know who, from where, from what, how, when, what. These ones are just waiting. No, my ancestors will show me. My ancestors will spoon feed me. My ancestors will just, do something drastic. They're actually waiting for something drastic. I'm not sure what that drastic thing must look like, because unfortunately, we have different journeys. Some people will lose everything before they actually kind of understand the spiritual journey. Some people don't lose anything. They just still have their normal lives, but they need to make the sacrifices for them to grow. Their ancestors are not as hard on them. So these ones are usually the waiting game. They're like, no, my ancestors will tell me everything that I need to know. Which is right, because ancestors are supposed to teach you everything that you need to know. However, some of the stuff must come from you, commitment, obedience, but there's these waiting gangs. And finally, there is the movers and the shakers. I call them the movers and the shakers. Remember, these are my own language, guys. This is not what is in the books or whatever. It's what I downloaded according to what my ancestors have said. So I will say it and I'll teach it the way I understand it, so you guys can understand it in my eyes, in the way they taught me. So the movers and the shakers, these ones, I call them the bozonkes. They are out there. They want to get this done. They want to understand everything. They do the research. They go out there. They meet people. They find, they are the investigators, and they make sure they get it done. These ones are the graduators. These ones are the ones that make it to the top. These are the other ones. So I'm going to explain each and every one, how it works and the characteristics. So let's do another part.